do let me know if you can hear me. And do let me know how the music's sounding and the volume. And if it's too loud, it sounds quite loud for me, but I'm not able to tell, sadly. Very low audio, how's this? Is that sounding better? Just got to wait for replies, apologies. Okay, if I put my microphone there. How's this sounding? If I turn up my volume there, how's that sounding, everybody? Okay, it's fine. Let's crack on. Welcome to everyone. Today's stream we're going to be doing the Servants of the Eye. So these are Mordor's finest black Númenórean warriors. And okay, the audio is still a bit low. Let's add even more volume to that. Okay, so as you can see, we've already, I've been working a lot off camera on these guys. So these guys are, this figure here is essentially finished. So what we're going to be doing, and this is my new sort of format of concepts now, is that we're going to be doing the finer little details to help the 3D modeler really understand the concept. Just because if you look at this, it looks great from the front, but you really don't know what's going on behind it. So, and hopefully I'll be able to finish this concept on this stream. So without further ado, let's crack on. It's great to see all of you again. It's good to be back. It is good to be back. That's strange. Leo, I can't seem to hear you. I don't know if that's my end or your end. Can the stream hear you? How strange. Oh, I can hear you. You're really quiet though. I'll turn you up.
Oh, you can hear me.
How's that?
Oh, 1 second. Maybe fix it.
Also, I can hear you now. I've turned you up. Okay, there we go. Oh, Energy, don't worry. That's just that's general chat. You can see all the sneaky development channels, but I'm not letting you into them. No way.
I am quite liking this concept. If I might ask, why did you guys decide? Why are we redoing Servants of the Eye?
We just felt. The horse. I think was like, I feel because they're like the most heavy cavalry in the game, one of the heaviest melee cavalries, and the horse just looks really light. And also I think like we felt the armor looked a bit blocky in a way.
Okay, I'm no artist, but
You're still low, mate. Leo, I don't know if it's at your end though. Allergy's saying you're still a little bit low.
I don't know. Well, I was just popping in my head, so I guess. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I was gonna say hi stream, bye stream, but I guess they can't hear me. So have a good stream, Maeron.
Okay. Yeah, Leo says a high stream by stream for those of you who didn't hear it. Matt Henley, hello. Matt Henley's one of our concept artists. Currently working on some very evil looking architecture. But that's all I'll go into. Jan, is this Servants of the Eye a new reskin or a new unit? It's a reskin of Servants of the Eye, yes. We felt that the old one, as I was saying to Leo just now, I feel the horse especially doesn't feel heavy enough for such a brutal melee cavalry unit. Sola Natura, do you use a pen to draw these or a mouse? I use a pen. I think to be able to draw this with a mouse, you would have my eternal respect, because it is just so difficult. Oh, Jenny. Hey, Jenny. Jenny is my lovely girlfriend, who is, while watching me, also helping our YouTube analytics, getting our views up. So, will there be other Black Númenórean units? Not that I know of. I think there's just 2 for Mordor, and there's just 1 for Harad, which is the Umbar Aduna Kori. As cool as they are, in the Third Age, they really aren't around very much. What is cool though is one of our campaign generals for Mordor will be a Black Númenórean, Gothmog. In the films, he's that disgusting looking orc, but in the books, actually, it's not ever specified what he is. And to give an orc such a high ranking command just seems slightly odd for someone like Sauron, who, you know, all about, or the Númenóreans, all about, you know, good blood and all that. So we're going to make him a Black Númenórean general. And Medjay, a question: would the island of Númenor be part of the campaign map at all? Not our Third Age one. Not by the time of the Third Age, of course, it's long sunk. If, and that's a massive if, in future, in the long distant future, we do a sort of alternate campaign, we may do a Númenor one, in which case, yes, we would have the Númenor island. But if you do want a Númenor campaign, you check out Last Alliance, because that has Númenor. That's one of our partnership mods. So do check that one out. And while we're on the subject of promotion, of course, I hope all of you know that our recent update is out Drums in the Deep, go and download that or check out the trailer. And if you're interested in finding out more, and if you're new to this, do join the Discord, which is pinned in the chat. And apologies if I do miss any of your comments, just in case. Just keep asking me again if I miss them, because I, unfortunately, drawing like stuff like this takes quite a bit of concentration, so I do have to only look sporadically at the chat. And Medjay asking, am I using a drawing tablet? Yes, you really can't do this on a mouse unless you're very talented and very patient. If I do it on a mouse, it would look like this. This is a mouse. This is how fast you have to go with the mouse. Now I'm back on the drawing tablet. And Nerijus G, hi Maeron, hello. Hello to everybody who's here, and hello and a massive warm welcome to everyone who's joined recently, who has subscribed recently. And Ellen saying there are 2 Black Númenórean units for Mordor and the Haradrim. Yes, something like that. There's only one for the Haradrim, and then there's one sort of the Umbar usurpers aren't quite Black Númenórean, but they do look the same. As cool as it would be to have a Black Númenórean faction, it's not really supported by the law. Ellen saying The Last Alliance is a brilliant mod. It is. I've never played it, but I did work in the mod team for about 1.5 years before I came to Rise of Mordor. And Joachim asking, will there ever be a Black Númenórean sub-faction for Mordor, or is Umbar enough? We're not going too heavily on the Black Númenóreans, just because in the Third Age there weren't really that many of them left. Or so we suspect from what little we know about them. Tragels, the armour looks great. Thank you very much. To those of you who are new, who have... Oh, it's frozen. Sorry, I have to do this sporadically. To those of you who just joined, we are reworking the Servants of the Eye, which are Mordor's finest melee cavalry. Here they are in all their glory. And this, trust me, this kind of floral decoration took absolutely ages. And the reason I'm doing all these other ones here is just so you can have, the modeler can have all this other reference. Just because working from a single concept, while it would look nicer, is quite difficult. What actually I am going to do though, is I'm going to move over this to be right next to our figure here. So now I can zoom in like so and work on that while keeping him in shot for anyone new who's joining. Ellen saying I'm still doing great with the mouse. I try, but it's not anywhere near as easy as the drawing tablet. Once you get over the weird feeling, because it is odd that the drawing tablet's on my lap, but I'm looking at the screen, so I'm not looking at my hand drawing. But once you get over that initial weirdness, it's just so much smoother. Danny, hello from Virginia. Love the work. Thank you very much. Welcome, Danny. Welcome to everyone new who's joined. And Jonathan Leopold saying, how do I achieve the metal look? Well, I mean, really, it's just finding photos of armor and copying them and seeing how the light works around them, using quite dark colors, and then in contrast quite light colors like that. That's almost pure white there. That gives quite an effect of shine. And the metal look is a lot of spots of white and dark there, just to achieve that kind of old beaten look. haven't quite thought this through from the side yet. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do at the back. It's an annoying tendency of mine to jump into streams all gung-ho and then actually realise I haven't thought through what I'm doing. But I'm sure this will be okay. If you have any suggestions, by the way, do chuck them in the chat for this unit, because I'd like to hear what you think about it and what you think I could improve on it. The helmet was a point of contention, I think. So any ideas on how to improve that would be very welcome. Ellen saying, so the Umbar usurpers are the remnants of Gondor renegades. Yes, from the Castamere Wars. Yes, correct. But they do share a visual aesthetic with the Aduna Quarry. Solar Natura saying, would a dismounted version be possible? Maybe with spears. Not in the main mod. I'm sure there'll be many submods when the campaign comes out. I'm sure many submods will create all kinds of cool units. And of course you can dismount these guys yourself in game. They'll still have their swords and stuff. They won't have spears, but you can do that. Front end. Are the Rise of Mordor team going to try to work on the long term times of Vanilla Attila? Well, I really think it depends on how many factions there are. I'm not an expert by any means on the campaign, but I assume that the number of factions directly correlates to the turn length. I don't know how many factions we're going to have. I know that there'll be 19 playable factions, and then there's probably a further 15 or so, 15, 16, 17 non-playable factions. And again, I have no idea if that's more or less than Vanilla Attila. Preben van der Streiten, will you also make the horse concept? I will. Hopefully, I mean, if I can finish this on the stream today, we can move over to the horse, because that would be cool. And the plans for the horse, that's my biggest problem actually with the old current Servants of the Eyes. The horse looks so light, and they are one of the scariest melee cavs in the game, so I think the horse armor should really reflect that, at least giving them like quite a big barding and heavy plate armor around the front. Solanteria, will the horses have that undead look like the ring raised ones? That's a good idea. I reckon we should do that, yeah. The horses aren't necessarily, they're not undead horses, those ring-wraith horses. I think they're just bred in Mordor and tormented a lot. Did you know that the horse's makeup was so realistic that the animal cruelty handlers, the animal handlers on set, thought that they'd been abused, so they almost rang the police when they first came on in all their horse makeup. Darren Young, love the eye work. Kind of reminds me of the Mountain from Game of Thrones when he went all dead. Yeah, well, Haganaz recently reworked our Black Númenórean heads, and they look really ugly and horrible, which is perfect. They're not undead, but they've got a very bad skincare routine. Very bad indeed. Zachboy's coming. Good. Joachim asking, can we have Black Númenórean Archer in the future? We won't add them though, because we're probably not going to add any more Black Númenórean units. But definitely in submods, I'm sure they will add that. Who doesn't like a Black Númenórean submod? I do apologise if I am a little bit behind on the questions. What faction is this unit for? Mordor. Shared with Dol Guldur, actually. Nemesis. Is there going to be a limit on how many of them you can recruit, since they look like elite units? Well, at the moment there's a cap on 3 in custom battles. I have no idea for the campaign. I know that there'll be the generals, the Nazgul's bodyguard, but other than that, no clue. Will there be a dismounted unit, Wolf? You can dismount them yourself, but there won't be a dismounted unit in game, no, in the main mod. Pepples Whacker, you guys need to make this mod super freaking spectacular and then pitch yourself as a dev team to Creative Assembly so that you all can create an actual Total War game. Oh, that would be amazing. The dream is that's the dream, isn't it? That's the dream. I mean, a lot of our modelers actually do one day want to work at Creative Assembly, and recently our absolute saviour, Nedim, who you might know, who's made our incredible cinematic trailers, he's recently got a job at Creative Assembly in here in England. And it was actually because he's still like moving over and quite busy at the moment that we weren't able to get him to do a cool trailer for this update. But hopefully, fingers crossed for the future. So we need more makeup artists like that for the upcoming TV show. What are your thoughts on the TV show? Seeing Black Númenóreans depicted like this would be very cool. Hopefully they stick to the sort of quite grounded style and not that slightly absurd style that you see a little bit in The Hobbit. Mortimer Madsen, are the Servants of the Eye Black Númenóreans too? Yes, these are the Servants of the Eye. They are one of your 2 Black Númenórean units in Mordor. Orchid Saxon, the eye belt buckle is a baller. Thank you. And I like his sword, which sort of incorporates the tang as the like pupil thing. Ooh. Quite happy with that design. And I am aware I am working quite slowly, but I feel like I need to entertain you guys as well. Krieger 1, is Sauron going to have a bodyguard for custom battles and be a one-man unit for campaign? No idea. I mean, at the moment we haven't implemented or even thought about implementing Sauron just yet, so you'll have to wait till nearer the time, to be honest. Treshelle, wow, you got recruited, that's amazing. Yes, yeah, it's really good. Talking about Nedim there. I'm very glad he did. And he deserves it because his work is fantastic. I literally watched the first drafts of when I remember the first time I saw the Erebor trailer, my mouth was just hanging open. And then same with the Rohan trailer. And then same with the Harad trailer and the Khazad-dûm cinematic. The first time I saw them, I just sat there. I couldn't move. Pierre Olivier, will the Witch King be mounting a Mumakil unit? No, the Witch King will be having probably just Servants of the Eye or some other unique bodyguard, but he won't be on a Mumakil unit, no. Pink asking, what does the black speech say on the armour? If it means anything at all, it's the most complete form of black speech I have, which is the ring writing. So they are covered in the ring writing, the ring inscription, which is here. That's what it says on the ring. Ellen saying, the TV show is probably going to suck. The movie trilogy of Lord of the Rings is an artifact and leave the rest alone. I don't know. I'd say only judge it once it's out. I only judge it once it out. And Amazon stuff, you know, it's good. If you've watched The Wheel of Time on there, that's their most recent fantasy show. And I really enjoyed that. I still have to finish it, but it's really, really good. And it's not all, you know, Game of Thronesy. There's no like gore or nudity and stuff. It's just plain old putting the story first, and that's what really counts, I think. And you can tell. So we'll have to see is my answer. Flop, yeah, watching in class. Perfect, I love it. Wolf Lord Geo, will Arnor be available one day in the campaign when it releases? Arnor. You'll be able to play as the Rangers, and then you'll be able to reform the Kingdom of Arnor, but that is in release version 3.0. At the moment, there's only the sort of very central factions going to be available for release 1.0. I'm sure we'll announce more details much nearer the time. And I realise I'm quite far up the chat now. Joachim asking, when are we going to get Dundon rework? When myself and the other 2D artists get round to it. They are discussing stats right now, but visuals is down to me really and the other team. Matteo saying hi. Hi. Do you have any idea on when the Dunedain for the Imladris faction are coming? When our concept artist finishes the concepts and when a modeler makes them. That's really it. But at the moment we are prioritising our version 1.0 factions, which are essentially everything east of the Misty Mountains. So unfortunately Imladris is going to have to wait till version 3.0. So it has less importance at the moment. As cool as it would be, admittedly very cool, but Samulus, how will public order work in the cities? Will it be smaller or bigger in the vanilla one? I have no idea, to be honest. I'd wait till one of the campaign streams to ask that, because I have absolutely no clue about our campaign mechanics. Awkward Saxon. More units for Lothlorien, Imladris and Woodland Realm will be exciting. It's in the works. It's in the works, my friend. More units for Lothlorien. We haven't released Lothlorien yet. And Peppelsvacher, I'm curious if the audio from the movies will be incorporated into speech for the units in game. Do I know anything about that? Yes, that's a hot topic right now. It's very difficult. It's very difficult, perhaps even more difficult than the campaign, Jock said, I think. But we are looking into it, don't worry, because we are aware how much of an immersion breaker it is to hear, you know, for Rome from Gondor soldiers, when of course Rome obviously doesn't exist in Middle Earth. And likewise same the elephant sounds for the trolls, yes. The Oakleaf, I'm new and I want to know if you plan to add the Dunedain. We do plan to add the Dunedain, yes. You'll be able to be in Eredor and you will reunite, hopefully, with Gondor and form the reunited kingdom. But that's quite far in the future. We don't know yet. Bad Omens, hi. If you check out the public Trello, you can see all the planned units. Correct. In the link in the description, you can see our Trello, which is essentially our roadmap and every unit we plan to add. So you can have a look there, see the unit concepts and the unit cards, etc. When will the Dunedain be incorporated? Everyone wants to know about the Dunedain. We don't know. It depends when a modeler makes them, really. But like I said, they aren't prioritised for version 1.0 release, so I'm not sure how important they are in our minds right now. We are still waiting on concepts, so I don't know. I don't know is the answer. Peppelsvacher, well done again and good luck. Got to go back to class. See you later. Thank you for stopping by. Durin, more units for Lothlorien. Yes, everyone wants Lothlorien and the Dunedain. Lothlorien is probably our most anticipated faction that hasn't released yet. And with good reason. Simao, what will be the focus of the next update? And the art is amazing, thank you. The next update, I'm not sure I can tell you. All I will say is new units, new maps. Gotta keep them guessing. Mortimer, will the Shire be playable? Not as a faction in the campaign. You'll be able to play on the Shire. They will be a passive faction in the campaign. But then you never know. Submods will probably, almost certainly, make Bree and the Shire playable. Bree and the Shire will be two separate factions. Alejandro, you and the team are awesome. Thank you. So are all of you. So are all of you. Kamora, thank you for this mod. Thank you for turning up, because it's you guys that keep us going. As Durinun says, yes, Dunedain are not a prior right now, but when someone wants to work on them, yes, when someone does want to work on them, we will put them in. Essentially that. And if you are keen to help out, there are many ways you can help out. So go to our Discord, have a read of the recruitment channel, and you may find something you are, you click with. And there's no need to be scared about, thinking I'm not good enough, because that's what I thought. And here I am. And we've always got an intern role where you can learn from the best, remember. Wolf Lord, those winged helmets are glorious. Thank you. Jonathan Leopold, where did you get the reference, or rather, how do you create the concept? Well, hang on, let me get the PureRef board up. PureRef is a fantastic tool because you can get your reference images all in one board and it can stay on top of your screen. But yes, here, if you look at Sauron's armour here, it's this sort of patterning that I've mimicked for this armour here. But as to the armour, I mean, the actual armour I've pretty much made up myself. I've taken inspiration and sort of kept to the style of Mordor, but that's what I've been doing. And I've been using, yes, like I said, I've been using this pattern, which is a fiendish pattern to copy. Hours and hours I've spent on that. But I'm happy, I'm very happy with how this concept has turned out.
I agree.
Oh, hey.
Pretty fucking hot.
Hey guys. That was out of the blue.
I came in here because he said he was going to jump in here and start talking to you.
I said I was going to come and start talking to you. Do I have to go? Am I allowed to be here? That's the question.
Of course you can be here.
Yeah, but anyone watching, I'm a fucking dev. Of course I'm allowed to be here.
Of course you can be here.
That's the benefit. So how's it going? How's the stream going?
Oh, it's good. It's good to be back. I've missed this.
I haven't heard your beautiful voice on a stream for a very, very long time. And I have to admit, something in my life was lacking. I couldn't exactly put a finger on it, but I've figured it out now. I really have.
I'm touched.
In more ways than.
Okay.
Horrible joke.
Yeah, shut up, Leo. You're a horrible joke.
There's a massive demand in the comments for for the Dunedain and Lothlorien. People are going crazy about that.
No. I thought you were going to say there's a massive demand for me. I got so excited. And you sort of just immediately killed all my hopes.
Oh. Well, of course there's a demand for you.
Yeah.
There's always a demand for you.
Exactly. Right. I was just fucking answering an absolute flurry of questions about map making from everyone that had, like, a mouth to speak. Like, Jesus Christ.
It was quite funny.
It was quite funny. It was quite funny. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing.
How did the development team envision Numenas during the 3.0 update? I don't know. The map hasn't been made yet. I'm not sure we have a concept either. But it'll be based around the lore. Mehdi, are you going to split Harad into multiple small factions and make one playable? Yes, that's the plan. If you guys want to take over the comments.
Three playable ones? Well, no, there's 3 total factions.
Yeah, 3 total.
Is it 3 playable ones or 3 total?
I think it's only 1 playable.
Only one playable. You're going to be able to get the units from each of the others.
You have to, yeah, subjugation essentially.
Wait, you've got what?
Yes.
You've got Serpents, Muhad, and Umbar.
Yeah, that's the one. And then similar to that, the Easterlings are going to have 6 clans, and you can only play as 1, but so that's even bigger of a challenge.
I was not aware of the 6 clan thing. Jesus.
Mm.
Yeah. However, your clan is like 3 times as strong as all of the other ones.
Yeah, your clan's the movie clan. The ones in the film.
What units are the other clans going to have?
Each one has like 2 unique units.
Yeah, a couple of unique units each. One of them's the Variags, so that's got quite a big unique roster. One of them.
Yeah, the Varegs I think are like your rival.
Yeah. And then there's the Wayne Riders, so their 2 unique units are chariots. And then
are those the only 2 units those guys are going to have, or
they'll have access to like other units, but
the basic Harad clan Easterling clansman units, like the tier 2s and whatnot, but then they get the unique units on top of it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the plan is that once you subjugate them, you get access to them.
Yeah.
Access to those units, but I'm not sure.
I'm 99% sure that is correct.
Okay, cool. Oh my god, I'm way behind on the streams. Hello. Theodore, Casual, hello.
I'm gonna pop this stream on. I was listening to Lofi music and the comments on there are even worse.
The demand is high for the Dunedain, but we need to get our campaign out to you guys sharpish.
Exactly.
And right now...
Are we going to get a multiplayer campaign? I completely forgot.
Yes.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Speaking of which, I forget. I convinced a friend of mine to get Attila, and I want to play 12-12, but I'm forgetting. What do I have to disable? And I don't want to look dumb asking on their Discord. Is it just the scripts that I have to disable?
I think.
The what?
For 12-12 multiplayer. I'm trying to remember what I have to turn on.
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure.
I think it's scripts, because that's what we were talking about with Rise of Mordor. Is if you have scripts, you can't do multiplayer or something.
Yeah.
Right, because it desyncs it. These scripts are on one player's...
Yeah.
Why is this?
No clue. Ask CA.
CA, man. Such a good company, they even forget how to make their own games.
This is true.
1 second. How's your new year been anyway, Maeron?
Oh, it's been great. We've recently got a puppy, so if
Oh,
any of you
shut up.
have had to go through looking after a baby puppy, you know how time sapping it is.
Dude, I'm so
But
insanely
he's
jealous, man.
he's so adorable.
insanely jealous. I don't think anything would make me jealous apart from
so adorable.
What dog is it?
Springer Spaniel.
Aw. So English, but aw.
No, he's a cute little boy. Maeron, it's too hot. The public can't take it. No, just you wait till Mega models this. People will be having heart attacks.
On their low graphics.
I will be leaving you now, enjoy.
Well, thank you for stopping in. Joachim, when will we get the next faction overview? It's up to whoever's editing it. I think Elegy will be editing it. and it's really up to when he fancies it. We've got a while till the campaign comes out to cover them all, so don't worry. Hopefully the next one will be either Isengard or Harad. And I realise I've missed quite a lot of your comments, so apologies for that.
You want me to take over answering some of them?
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Or am I too quiet?
Oh no, people can hear you now, I'm sure.
Oh, okay, good. I'll answer a few of them for you then.
Alright, as you're saying, we're still waiting on a few assets for our next faction overview. We're almost there. Okay, so soon is your answer for the next faction overview. I won't say which one of those two I said, but at least it's not a bulldog, yes. I always thought they looked quite, I don't want to say ugly, but ugly. I miss seeing him. I missed it when he was like the tiniest puppy, which was sad because I was at uni, but he's growing up quickly. Giovanni saying, when Warhammer 3 is over, they should buy the rights to make a Lord of the Rings Total War, and they should hire a talented mod maker, and they could start there. Looks amazing. I'm happy there'll be a campaign map. Thank you. I mean, the rights to Lord of the Rings are just crazy. I don't know what all the intricacies are, but
there's a lot of them.
Yeah. Like Battle for Middle Earth, for example, they can't make a new one because the rights are so like distributed amongst so many people that it's so hard to just even get hold of them, let alone make a game. I'm sure that, I mean, there's no doubt that if they do make a Lord of the Rings Total War, it'll be probably the most popular Total War they've made. But I think it's just...
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it would be.
I don't know.
Do you reckon Warhammer would still be more popular?
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, it'll be up. I mean, it'll be up there either way. Wolf Lord, will the Hobbits be incorporated into the Dunedain roster? Yes, there's one Hobbit unit in the Arnor roster, and then there's one Hobbit unit in the Anduin Vale.
There's also a Shire non-playable.
Oh yeah, there'll be a Shire faction and a Bree faction will probably have access to Hobbits as well. But both, yeah.
There's the Bree faction and the Shire faction.
But both of those will be unplayable, yeah. Jenny, my puppy ate his own pee. Yes, he did. He did. We were wiping up a big puddle of pee. We left the tissue on the floor. He ran off, found the tissue, and ate it whole. Soaked in his own pee.
Sounds
appetizing.
Yes, that is a word.
I suggest you check the public Trello, says Bad Omens. Yes, indeed. Have a look. You can find all your, all our planned factions and units and concepts and everything there. Krieger 1 was the original Servants of the Eye unit based on the Mouth of Sauron guy. What, this guy? I don't think it was. I think it was someone else's own creation as well. I know for a fact that the Guards of the Teeth are heavily based on this guy, yeah. And we won't be changing them. Mega spent a long time making them. They look so good. Mortimer saying an official Total War Lord of the Rings would surely be way worse than the ROM mod. Less detail, unit variety, factions. I don't know. I mean, maybe less love, but in terms of mechanics, they won't spend years just trying to uncode stuff. They'll just make it themselves. So in terms of the mechanics, they'll be very, very good. I mean, I don't know. You know, everything's revolves around money, so it depends on budget and popularity, demand, all that kind of stuff. Whereas this mod doesn't depend on that at all. Bad Omens didn't want to talk about those because leaking now I can. So now I can talk about all the stuff. Let's go. What? Matt Haley saying
that, no. Yeah, I don't know.
Bad Omens has recently become a tester, so maybe yeah, that's what we were. Matt Haley saying, what style do you think you'll go for Bree units? Absolutely English, sort of 14th, 15th century. But then
Lots of like.
oh yeah, sorry.
I just got an idea. I'm gonna send it to you. In what if we made them like floral? It might be like too. If we were to make their own models, like the whole thing is that they're floral. Like they've got like gambesons, but they're all like covered in like flowers and vines.
Oh, like embroidery.
Yeah, that's sort of like they've got gambesons, but they've all got like flowers and stuff. And for like their highest tier units, they could have whatever the two like on their shoulder pads and whatnot, like engraved in. Like their whole thing is that they're very just all about flowers, but in a cool way.
That's really good because that makes them like a flower is still quite a common medieval symbol, but it's also really
and it
like
also would make them a bit more unique than just whatever using 12 aspects.
Oh yeah. They won't be. I won't just make them look like history. I mean, I was really already thinking like quite like flamboyant, you know, big, bright, baggy clothes. Something that.
I really like my idea now of like.
Yeah, I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
Flowers everywhere.
Yeah.
Flowers and vines. I was just reading the book, rereading the book the other day, and I got to the Bree section, and it was talking about how everyone there, all of their names are floral.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Like everyone in Bree, that's how they name their people, is their plants and whatnot.
Oh, we definitely need to do that then. That's a really lucky coincidence because the faction icon I made has a flower on it, but I didn't realise that the floral thing was actually in the lore as well.
I can we do like simple stuff like floral guard or
Yeah. Little stuff to make them look not historical.
I want it to be, in my mind's eye, Bree is that medieval England with a fantasy twist.
Oh, I love that, yeah.
Slightly lying under the surface. And I feel like those flower things everywhere would be that fantasy twist.
Yeah.
And maybe not as much vines, because that's more Dorwinian, but just
I see what you mean, yeah. And also because like they're big on trade, they're going to be rich, but they're not going to be experienced, so they can have probably quite expensive armor and clothes, but then not be very good at fighting. That could be the trade-off or something.
They could be like a super slow combat faction. They've got good defense, but rubbish attack.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's what I see.
The testers a heart attack or something.
Oh yeah.
That sounds fun in my eye, but it would probably give the testers a heart attack.
I mean, they're not meant to be that much of a challenge. It wouldn't be a challenge.
Yeah, and they probably only have like 4 units.
Yeah, that's what Maestro says. They're not going to have
a low tier archer, a low tier spear, a low tier sword, and then one kind of nice unit, and then like a slightly better cavalry unit.
Yeah. Well, my thinking was like a couple of like town policeman style units. I don't know what you call them.
Maybe like we've got like two low tier swords, a low tier spear, a low tier archer, and then a gen cav.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking also
Miles,
like
that's what they have.
the mayor's private guard would be like much more well armored. So maybe
I
like a.
actually don't think they have a mayor.
Oh, do they not? What's the leadership
No, I
structure?
don't. No, they don't have a mayor because it said specifically that they recognize no authority but sort of their own. And if you were to ask any Breelander whose kingdom they live in, they'd say their own.
But that's not saying they don't have their own mayor. That's saying they don't
I think
recognise
it's
any
sort of
like
saying
higher.
that it's more so they
That's-
don't have like an official mayor.
I'll have a read of the book, see what I mean, because like to me that sounds like they're more saying they don't recognise the kingdom they're in. So like,
Well, they're not in the kingdom though.
but if they were under like Gondor's rule, they wouldn't recognise that they were that. They would say they're just their own vassals. They were their own little city-state. But I'll see. I'll ask Maestro because I think it'll be quite nice. Because like one of the assets I'm making for the map is, is the mayor's house. But we can change it. I was going to make the mayor's house as a capture point, but I'll speak to Maestro, see what he thinks.
I almost feel like Butterbur should be the faction leader, and it's just
Yeah.
he just feels like
He's
he's a
like-
person of almost authority in their place, being like that's where it's sort of just more like a commune than they
Yeah.
whoever is like they're just led by influential members of the community.
Like a council.
Yeah, instead of having a mayor, it's just like a little town council. And it's like Butterbur, the gatekeeper, and
Yeah. I guess we could like instead of saying a mayor, we could have like a councilman's guard or something as the tier 3 unit or something. You know, I just want to have like a slightly heavily armored and like more richly ornamented unit.
yeah. Well, and because I want that, so it's just like covered in flowers.
Like gold flowers everywhere, and because their color scheme's going to be like bright orange, bright green, and like white and yellow and gold, and I just want chances to show off that stuff.
Oh yeah, Bree should maybe have a hobbit unit since they do have hobbits.
Yeah, they should.
That almost feels like it would muddle with the Shire faction, who's right next door.
I mean, they wouldn't attack anyone though if they're passive.
Well, I personally think that even though we're saying they're passive, we should totally let people play them. Is they're the faction I want to play?
I want to play them as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to play that sort of fantasy medieval guy who's just partying around.
Exactly. Yeah.
Although maybe it should instead be, as the Dunedain, at the start of the game, you have an option to take control of either Bree, the Shire, or to just stay as yourself. So it says, it's like, do you want to, I don't know, Maestro would write the flavor text.
Yeah.
Increase your whatever in there, and that's how you play as one of them. You can stay as a horde, or you can just take over them.
Well, as far as I know, you'll have access to the Bree units as the Dunedain. I think.
You need to confederate them. You need to work up your you need to make it so that they feel more secure, and then confederate them or something.
Yeah, probably
But
something
I'm
like that.
talking
Yeah.
like you have an option to sort of forfeit your Dunedain option to just get instant access to all of either Bree or Shire.
To go with more of like a trader route, you mean?
It's entertaining with the campaign, but I'd definitely do it.
It would be cool. It would be cool for sure. We've completely neglected the chat, but actually all this talk of Bree is getting you excited. It's getting me excited.
The reason I'm talking of Bree so much is because we've been working on some of the architecture for the town, so it's getting us all excited. Particularly me, because it's my favorite faction.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that a Bree faction is coming anytime soon. if at all, if ever. But we want that to happen.
I don't believe there is Commander Wolf, no. It's just not possible.
I don't know any of that, but Leo, by the way, any of you watching, Leo's the campaign guy. Any campaign questions, do ask away while he's here.
Yeah. Honestly, Matt, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. I want them to be their own thing away from Arnor, because it said that they were never actually part of Arnor. They were never part of Arnor. Bree has was independent when Arnor was around.
And think of how wealthy they are from trade. They wouldn't be using scraps. They'd be making their own really high quality armor. Even if they don't use it, they'd still have it.
When can you expect a campaign stream? Soon.
Soon, did you say?
I like the eyeshadow.
Oh, what, his, this guy?
I like his little eyeshadow. It's nice.
His skincare routine is shocking, I think, but...
Oh, what the Hobbit roster look like?
I don't know. Probably
I thought they'd have brandy buck guards. I can think of two specific units.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Because it's shown at least that they have some kind of militia that they
raise.
And also Mayor's guard from Michael Delvin. That's
why
I don't like the idea.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Because there's the mayor and Michael Delvin.
Oh, well, I like the council idea you have better, actually. Like a council guard.
And if we made them playable, you could have to deal with balancing, Butterbird.
Yeah.
You have to deal with balancing the ends of, yes, we will give subsidies to the Prancing Pony, or do we give subsidies to the Forsaken Inn?
Yeah, I think Maestro might have a heart attack when you propose to make Butterbur a faction leader.
No, Butterbur should be the faction leader. What's the other guy named? What's Bill the Pony's original owner's name?
Was it Bill Fernie?
Yeah. Well, you should have to balance between Bill Fernie trying to influence stuff and Butterbur, and
yeah. That sounds like absolute mayhem. I'd love that. I'd love that. Yeah.
My most played faction.
That'd be so good. And you could conquer the world as hobbits, which is what everyone wants to do.
Yeah.
No other faction you could do that. So, winning all round.
Gotta conquer the world with hobbits.
If you don't take down Sauron with hobbits, you're doing something majorly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Omen saying the eye slits. Did you get that from the mouth of Sauron's mouth splits? Yeah, kind of. It must be a weird sort of black Númenórean thing to, disfigure your face. So he's doing it as well. A little prettier than the mouth of Sauron, but still ugly.
Just a little bit.
And B-Hounds of a little better, sorry, your name. Will the campaign mapping tool be released alongside the first release of the Rise of Mordor campaign or later down the line?
It could potentially be released before the first iteration of the Rise of Mordor campaign. Potentially.
Because remember, even once we've done that, the AI stuff, we need to do all like the beauty stuff. We need to finish the units, the maps, the UI, the music, the sounds. It's a big job. It's a big job.
Is war cavalry planned for evil factions? Yes.
Oh, someone's joined.
Hello. No.
Oh, it's Frusty. Hey, Frusty.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
How you
What's
doing?
How are your stream going?
Oh, it's going well. It's going well. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
Frusty is
today-
working. Oh, go on.
Today last fix to tier 1, yeah, and I moved to last unit of tier 2 remake.
Oh, amazing. For those of you who don't know, Frusty is like literally eating through the Erebor roster. He's doing a remake of the Erebor roster. It's looking fantastic. Mortimer saying, and the Took unit. What's the Took unit?
Yeah, I think that was what I was thinking about when I was saying Buckland Guard. Or
Well, that's the Brandy Bucks.
there's a difference. Tooks, Brandy Buck.
Oh, but then hang on, the Tooks were the more adventurous ones, weren't they? So maybe they do have something.
Tooks should be like your decent unit.
There should be at least, yeah, there should be, bless them, they're going to be so bad, but they should be at least one skilled unit. And I think their archers should be quite good. If they do, like, if they hunt and stuff, they'll still be quite skillful.
You know, I can't wait to see someone in their Conquer the World as Hobbits campaign, and they finally encounter trolls and die instantly.
Yeah.
You remember when we were messing around with that?
Yeah. Cool.
What was it? It was 200 trolls?
Yeah. No, it was like
seven-
a full 20 stack of tier 1 dwarves.
Oh, right.
And
yeah,
they just...
any little... Well, no. Oh, no. That was Nick, Alec, and I.
Oh, right.
We did the submod.
Yeah.
A test of it, just with 7,000 hobbits versus 200 trolls.
Oh,
and
jeez.
It was a massacre. I think they killed 4 of us. 4 of my trolls. And
I can imagine.
I killed the majority of the hobbit species.
Horrible.
Lovely. You say horrible, I say lovely. Down with the hobbits.
I'm always an Arnor man. You'll know I'll stick with Arnor to the
Oh
end.
no, I love Arnor and all of it. Best part.
Let's get this ring writing on there. Whoop.
What had like mock ring that sort of look like silver versions of the One Ring? So they're like, yeah, we like Sauron. I don't know. I got on there. I don't know. I'm not good at the whole concept idea. The art like words.
No, that's okay. Oh, there's lots of Baruch Khazad, Frusty. Frusty, you beautiful madman. Khazad Amenu. Tier 4 hobbits when? Good question. If you manage to take down Sauron, you get tier 4 hobbits as a reward. Tier 4.
Our war rules.
Tier 4 hobbits are the Gamgees. They certainly are. I'm going to use the clone stamp tool, which is a really cool tool. It means you can put your anchor point there.
Well, Maeron, thanks for having me. I wish you luck in your stream. Keep going strong. See ya.
Thank
Bye,
you.
stream.
See ya. See you soon. Thanks for stopping by, man. Let's put that grey thing to the top. Matt Assad asking, is the Army of the Dead going to be playable? I don't know, actually. I'm as far as I know, there's plans to make it like when Aragorn does his script, you get one use of the Army of the Dead, and they would be just absolute beasts. They would rip through an entire army without any question. But I don't know if they'll ever be. I mean, they're going to be ridiculously unbalanced in custom battles, so I'm not sure we can do that. What have I done there?
Yeah, for now, from what I know, we had problem with victimized.
Oh yeah.
The ghost lightning, no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, getting them
Because
transparent.
that's what we can see in Troy or Warhammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it for now possibly in the Attila?
Oh, what getting them like transparent? You mean?
Yeah, the half transparent green gloss.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem. It would look weird if they're not like that. Oh, well, one day, maybe one day you might see it, but maybe not. Bad Omens, is that text black speech? Yes, it's the ring writing. It is Elvish writing, but that is, it says, you know, Ashnazg, whatever it is. Adam is saying, alright boys, Hobbit Rebellion, storm Mount Doom, they can't stop all of us. They couldn't. Well, they couldn't stop Frodo and Sam, so God knows what like an army of 500 hobbits are going to do to the place. Okay.
Why hobbits are so much stupid? Because in this world must exist some balance. Yeah, this is this moment when we have fun from that joke. Yeah.
Tier 4 Sackville Bagginses. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Nothing could stop them. Mortimer saying the Army of the Dead could be a cool one-use unit which vanishes after one battle it's in. Yeah, I think that's what the plan is at the moment. What are we doing? That's what we're doing there. Bad Omen saying, isn't Black Speech just modified Elvish? I don't know, to be honest, but the writing is definitely Elvish, yes, but it says the ring script, which we know is in the Black Speech. Simao, can Mordor have evil hobbits? I don't know about that. Bad Omen's Hobbit Pyramid to carry Frodo up to Mount Doom, yes. Custom battle map idea. Umbar Kingdom, Blue Mountains and Iron Hills. Well, in the recent update, you know, we've got Moria out as a map. So the Blue Mountain Halls and Erebor and the Iron Hills, they're all going to come soon. We need to make sort of generic dwarven architecture, and then you'll see the dwarven maps explode. Where's that from? Yeah. But once we have custom architecture for everything, you know, don't worry that everything will get really cool looking maps. Elves, it's long due for elves. stuff like Rohan will get its own custom architecture. And Gondor's the only one with full custom architecture at the moment, so that's why they've got so many maps. Banham's Ironhill's a part of Erebor, Umbar is a part of Hrad, and Erin Luin is planned. Oh yeah, they're all planned, don't worry, and they will have their own custom battle maps. Solan and Tura, like in the movie, they fight 3 separate battles before they vanish. They only fight 1 in the books. That's why we're going to go with 1. Because in the books they don't come to the Pelennor Fields, they only help Aragorn kill the Corsairs, and that's it. And they vanish, and then all the troops that are freed up that were holding them back down in Belfalas, they sail up to Minas Tirith and save the day. Joe Stats, 2 questions. Do you know who will model this? And will anything be done with the old version? Good questions. Mega is modelling this. He's very bravely stepped up to the challenge, because this is... I mean, I seem to exist to give the modelers absolute pain. That's all I do.
Yeah. What's formation? Long nights with crying.
Yeah. But Mega's actually quite excited about it, so I'm glad. Maybe once he starts it might change, but... the old unit, I don't know what's going to happen with them. We felt it looks a bit too simple. I don't know. A little bit simple for a tier 4 Black Númenórean. Javi, or Javi, I don't know how you say your name, sorry. What factions would you like to work on in the future that are not in development right now? Oh, well, I mean, Ered Luin, that's on the cards. And I actually need to do a concept for that soon. Because, Fruity, I believe the plan for you is to work on Ered Luin after Erebor, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Because I will have ready proportion, beers, hairs, etc. So it's gonna be a fast jump, I think.
Okay, so yeah.
1 month.
So that's, you know, that's one faction that isn't in development right now, but is coming soon. And I need to do a concept for the... Because the cool thing about Ered Luin, there's 2 clans, so we'll have like 2 unique visuals, hopefully. One of each clan. Any other factions? I mean, there's an Elven unit for Dale that I need to do. That's not in development. But to be honest, everything for our first release is already in development now. To be honest, from a concept point of view, we're really quickly finishing everything. And we've just got custom generals left really now for the campaign release. One faction I want to get into but just haven't done is Dunland. They need a rework really badly, I think. And once all the actual stat changes are finalised, I will get back into that, and then we can have a nice, unique looking Dunland instead of having one made of vanilla assets. In DAC they have 3 uses: the Ghost, the Army of the Dead. Yes, well, we're not DAC, and we try and distance ourselves, not in a malicious way, but we want our ideas to be our own, is what I mean. And a lot of the time our ideas do match up, which is a good promising sign, I think. Bad omens. Why are we here? Just to suffer? Says every Rise and Mordor modeler after seeing Maeron's work. I'm sorry, modelers. I'm sorry. No, I think Mega's quite excited for this. If Mega had asked to ease up on the details a bit, I would have done, of course. Okay, we're almost done with this helmet. Wolflord Geo, are Balrogs a possibility? Can't say. It's a lot of work for something not very widely used, I think, at the moment.
I don't know if we can talk about that, but Haganas has some idea about Balrog.
Yeah, well, it's just an idea at the moment, is what I mean.
For now, it's just an idea, so we will see. If
it's not in development, no.
Yeah, it's gonna give some effect.
But now that the trolls are done, or have been released anyway, the wargs are now our next priority in terms of animations. But then also we're still, chipping away at the troll animations to add more variety to them now. So in game they should be, because at the moment they are a little bit basic and repetitive at the moment. So we do want to make them spiced up a little bit more. Mohammed, is the Gondor rework being worked on? Not at the moment. It's in the future, but I mean, it's not a make or break thing, because we could release the campaign version 1 without the Gondor rework. The units are all there already, so it's not a priority. Mortimer saying, I always felt the Servants of the Eye are a bit plain compared to the Guards of the Teeth and the Witch King. Glad they're getting a rework. Yeah, that's what we thought as well. That's why we're doing this, really. Maeron's playing them like a fiddle. I play the cello. It's close enough. Swayze, who is Black Númenórean for? What faction? This is the Mordor Servants of the Eye, getting a rework. But these guys are also available to Dol Guldur. A cool thing, I mean, the Crapshack suggested that we make this cloth dark green and we make the shield emblem a spider for the Dol Guldur variation, just to give it a bit of uniqueness, and I like that idea.
Yeah, it's a very good idea, I think. But about a spider, maybe some more different version of eye with.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool actually. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you look at the spider, let's have a look at the Trello. You can see that the spider is part of the eye, is part of the spider logo. It's got an eye on the belly, so that might be cool. I'll experiment anyway. Either way. But men saying rip Avari marksman. The Avari are on the table. They're on my to-do list. Don't worry. There's one Elven unit that remains for Dale, and then Dale will be complete. Zakaboy Dunland the beautiful. Hopefully they'll be more beautiful when we've done our rework. Daft saying, wow, this looks really nice. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to all of you. Hope you all had a great holiday and are looking forward to the new year. Male Nutzer. In the Battle of the Last Alliance, dwarves fought okay both sides. In the far future, could you add Oricani dwarf faction that could choose between good and evil alliance? Ooh. I mean, that'll be far future, and it really depends on the balancing in that region, because if we find the evil is really prominent, we can't really add another evil faction to that area, because that would just make it even worse. And same with good. If it just steamrolls the Easterlings every time, we can't add a faction that has the chance to go good. But we'll see.
Yeah, this is a thing which wanted victimized to probably Harad, independent from influence of Mordor.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. I'm sure you'd love to have an Oricani faction, to make an Oricani faction. More dwarfs is always good. I've just realised I've been drawing on the engraving, so let's grab that like so. There we go. I might add some details to the back of the helmet later, but right now let's call that a day. And let's move over to, what should we do next, folks? Should we do the back, the gauntlet, or the sabaton? Simar is saying, what map do you think will take the most work? Well, at the moment, it's definitely the Halls of Dwaradelf, because that has been in development for about 7 or 8 months, and it's still got bugs everywhere. So the crap shack is going absolutely mad trying to work on it, with good reason. So that's our most worked on map, I think, at the moment. Mohammed saying, why don't you make the old Servants of the Eye maybe an Uruk unit? I don't know. I don't know if that would work. We'll have to see. I'm sure if we try hard, we can find a use for something, because I don't like wasting work. That is a thing I really don't want to do. Hi, Zach. Bad Omens and Zach are both recently new testers for our mods, so they're having a little conversation in the chat. Mortimer saying, who designed the flags for the standard bearers, especially Erebor and the goblins? Erebor was myself and Frusty. We sort of worked on them together.
I saw somewhere some idea, some reference about the first Erebor, main Erebor banner. Yeah, and Tom project designed it. Iron Hill banner for now.
Yeah. And then the what's the one? The Oricani banner's next. I'm going to work on that.
And of course, we still talk with each other, yeah, about these ideas. So never one thing is never made just by one person.
Yeah,
because always like 10 person talk with this one person who is making it about what they like, what they don't like, what he should change, and always conversation.
Oh, that's the beauty of working in a team like this. It's you always get to hear about everyone else. Everyone else helps you along. The music stopped again. Hate when it does that.
Yeah, I'm always put loop on YouTube. Each time I stream.
Yeah. Oh, it started again, luckily. Gauntlet. Okay, it's Gauntlet. Matt Haley saying, so is Gimli just going to hang out with Erebor during the campaign? And then Legolas at Mirkwood, Aragorn at Rivendell. Yes.
Yeah, Gimli will be in Erebor roster.
I can't wait to have him released. The model looks so good.
Yeah.
Actually, Aragorn, I think, is going to be part of the Ranger faction, so he's not going to be within Madras, as far as I know. There we go, almost finished on this engraving. If we do the lighting on it, then it helps it look like it's really actually in there and it doesn't look flat on top. It's sexy, thank you, Zach. Fanny's saying that old design could be used as a tier 4 melee unit. I'm not a fan of elite orcs being in the same level as black Númenóreans or as agents in the campaign. Yeah, I'm sure we can find a use for it, Venny. Sure. There we go. Oh, a little bit more lighting to do.
We'll have to create some alpha for Mega.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he will cut his.
Hopefully for this I can make an alpha for the floral pattern. And then okay, gauntlet next. What we're gonna do, I'm just going to let's just copy and paste this gauntlet for now and sort of work off that. It'll be quite different to this actually, so we're just going to use this as a base and we'll do all the detail much nicer. There we go. And obviously the lighting's inverted and everything, so we need to switch that back around. Bad Omens, goodbye Maeron, hoping to finish the Lord of the Rings trilogy and barely an hour into the first one. Oh, that's a task. In one day. I respect the effort. And best of luck. Thank you for stopping by. Matteo, there must be a way to get Aragorn on the first release. He's too important to be missing. I don't know. We might be able to do something to do with Gondor. Because of course he will become the King of Gondor. So we could implement a sort of temporary script. I've got no idea. But I agree. That would be cool to see. Let's just sketch out these fingers for now. Echo, hello. Hello to you too. Thanks for stopping in. And again, a warm welcome to everyone who is new to the channel. It's really, really good to have you. And yeah, I for one am really, really hyped about everything now. This new update has just, it just blew me away. I mean, do let me know what you thought of the new update. It's just been, like the tile map, it's just, the immersion is amazing.
Yeah, and Goblin faction, faces, yeah. Haganah's
Oh my god, amazing.
The textures.
And the maps. I've been blown away by that. And as usual, I of course promote our Discord, which is pinned in the chat. And you can also find my own artwork if you want to see more of that in the description. Links to my ArtStation and Instagram. Shameless self-promotion, I know. Just Baroda, hi guys. Just want to say thank you for your work. Really, really great mod about a great universe. Thank you very much. Completely agree. It's been a pleasure to work with everyone here. Because I copied and pasted this gauntlet, it means I have to actually invert the lighting on it, which is going to be a bit of a pain, but we'll have to do that. Matt Haley, the new update is insane. It is, it really is. And that is just the first step to a campaign release. But I think you'll like what we have in store for you soon.
My last conversation with Victimize was something like, let's get this bastard a good campaign. So, yeah.
Oh yes.
We are starting now for serious.
We are getting serious, yeah. If we get, I'm going to do a like goal. If we get this to 250 likes, 250 likes, I will show a sneak peek of a 3D model I'm working on. God, I feel like such a horrible YouTuber doing like goals. You got to understand, the more we get our videos out there, the more people get to see Rise of Mordor. But also you get to see a cool preview. Zakaboy saying this could be my new favourite unit. Oh, thank you. I'm really happy with it. I think the engraving, I was like, after one little panel I did, I thought, oh my god, it's going to take ages, I shouldn't do this. But I did do it in the end, and I'm glad I did.
In realization of that, the flower pattern is the most easy pattern to make, because it's not need from artist to think about new symmetrical problems. Yeah, you just paint. Oh, here and here.
Yeah,
here.
that's true. Yeah, it was more that there was just so much of it. It took so long, but that's me complaining about nothing really, because I'm very happy with it in the end, so I don't know why I'm complaining. Philip! Hey Tom, nice to hear you. It's nice to see you. I hope you've been doing well. And do let me know when you're, or if you're happy to come back to the mod, because the Dunedain were really getting lots of love earlier. People really want the Dunedain included. So the Dunedain concepts are waiting on you, as far as I know. Longfield. Hey guys, I have a question. Within some unit rosters you have a command unit, like for Rune I think. But that is for a unit type. I don't remember it from Attila. I've got no idea actually what that unit is. I'm sure maybe one of our testers in the chat could actually help you out there. As far as I know, it's...
Yeah, I know what Longfield is.
Oh yeah?
We have this in Easter Rings faction,
Yeah.
where we have command unit, who is the bane of the steppe, yeah, and you can have general unit and command, who is like sub leader of army.
Do they actually have stats that help them lead?
Yeah, the same stats what leader, but he isn't a general because general is only one. Yeah,
Yeah.
we probably will have that for all heroes from campaign.
Okay.
And we add it of course in custom battle, yeah.
Yeah.
But in campaign map there won't be, yeah. Command unit only generals.
Because I thought that it was the command unit was always just a placeholder until when we had custom generals. So like the Elven one, the Woodland Realm command unit is literally just waiting on Thranduil, and then it will become a general or something like that. But if not, I think that's actually better.
Maybe there was something in that, yeah. But for now, I think it's a great place to move, to
Yeah.
copy and paste our heroes,
Yeah.
yeah, from story, yeah. If I can. Talk.
No, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, talk about that like that. So, for example, Theodred and Eomer. For example, Eomer will be a general, and Theodred will be a general, but a command 2 commander.
Oh yeah, I like
So
that.
you will have a can custom battle general, but more heroes in one army by command function. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Matteo, didn't know you do 3D models. I do a little bit. I'm not an expert on them at all. But yes, 250 likes and we will have a look at one of my 3D models. A clue is that we have been discussing that a fair bit this stream with Leo and stuff.
No, in campaign map won't be possibility to recruit commander units, I think, because in campaign map there could place for command only if there was something like special custom general of Black Númenóreans, for example, yeah, which is supporting you on battlefield. This is just one thing which I can think of now, which could be in place of command in campaign map.
Yeah.
For now, it's not planned.
I do like that idea of in custom battles being able to have more than one general, because that always sucks that you can't have Eomer and Theoden in your army.
Yeah, it's why I think that I will talk with Biz about that.
Yeah, nice. But yes, every detail I add to this model, I just feel Mega's pain.
He is always crying to me when he must use Maeron's designer. This time it will be easier because
Yeah, there's not much. There's not much.
maybe he will appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the horse, I'm going to give the horse a bit of cloth, so hopefully he doesn't go mad. You can see here just how long this little bit of pattern is taking, even though I'm faster at it now than the beginning. But B33 Max saying, shouldn't the edge of the backhand plate line up with the rest? Are you talking about this area here? If you're talking about that area here, then do let me know, and then I will change that, because yeah, that does kind of make sense. I see what you mean. Ah, yeah, okay, so you are talking about that area. Let's do that then. Matt Haley is saying at least there's no variation. Yes, that's true. If he had to do three of these suits of armour, he would be devastated. Right, that's just rough, but let's hopefully that looks okay. Philip Heinrich saying, who does the 3D model of the new servants, Mega or Frusty? Condolences to those details. It's Mega, but yeah, surprisingly, Mega is quite keen to do it. He's not intimidated. He just accepts it's going to take him a bloody long time. As long as he's happy, I'm happy. And you're happy. Callion, will there be a foot variant for them, or just mounted? Just mounted at the moment. We're just going to keep, because it's a rework, we're not adding any more units to the Mordor roster at the moment. But I'm sure actually there'll be submods because Black Númenóreans are always going to be popular. So Tana, hello, thank you. Remember guys, 250 likes and I'll show you my 3D model. I hate saying that every time. And while we're on that, of course, Discord link pinned in the chat. Do check out Discord because that's where we do everything. And the download is also in the description. If you haven't downloaded the new update yet, what are you doing? And of course, there's our Trello page where you can see all our planned and current units and factions, and you can see my art if you want to see that, following the links there as well. I always hate doing gauntlets because they are so tricky and intricate. Philippe Newton saying, in the gameplay shown so far, were changes made to how units clash and charge? As far as I know, there was a mass rework, but I'm not sure if that directly affects sort of animations and changes to that. It may affect how deep they penetrate into your line.
Okay, Tom, I have to go now.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Best of luck with everything. See ya.
Thank you for all. Thank you for all.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Just on our own again. Unfortunately, yeah, while I'm concentrating, it's harder to keep up with the chat and constantly be speaking. I usually find I work way slower when I'm trying to do that, but I do feel bad having these long periods of silence. Philip saying, okay, nice to hear from both of you. I'll contact you and the team about how soon it's going to continue when everything's settled down for a bit in real life. You know, I'd love to give my love to Arnold. Got to go. Thanks for stopping by, Philip. Philip is also one of our 2D artists, by the way, for anyone who's wondering. He's the one working on the Dunedain. So if you have issues with the Dunedain, take them up with Philip. But yes, hopefully you'll be back soon. That'd be great. Tar Arathorn. Is that very difficult? The drawing, not particularly. It's something I do a lot, so I'm used to it. Making the model. This model might be quite difficult for Mega because it's just incredibly detailed. So I do feel bad for him in that regard. But I was saying earlier, I mean, I have sort of a tablet with a pen and everything, so it's much less. I mean, if I was doing this with the mouse, it would be very, very difficult and slow. So it's often the case in the industry, if you have the right gear, everything's easier.
Is it really necessary to put that much detail on the arms, or can you just say, like, just do like one little strip of it and say, yeah, you get the deep picture?
I mean, I don't know. It depends on what it is. Like, that's a good point, actually. If you can get away with minimal work, then
I mean,
always.
it looks great, and it's going to do well as a concept if we post it on Reddit. I'm just wondering, how much or are you just like having fun doing all of those little swirly swirls and whirly whirls?
It's about the bigger picture, because they're not incredibly detailed. If you look at them close, they look quite ugly up close. But if you zoom out, it's about all of them together creating a really big effect. It's horrible to do.
Yeah.
But it's a good point, like where you can get away with these without putting too much work in as a concept artist, especially in industry. You always want to do that. Django is saying, do you think those pauldrons will be able to be modelled?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Since there'll be lots of clipping.
I actually did something like that when I was still with the sub mod and doing models. I never actually learned texture. I actually made a bunch of Brie models for the sub mod, but I never textured them because I never learned how.
I've set a light goal for 250. If we can, to show that model I'm working on that we're not going to spoil.
Oh. How many likes? Oh, let me like.
250. I hate doing this light goal stuff. It feels really like.
Nah, we becoming re-tubers now. we gotta do those clickbait titles.
Oh yeah.
Do like bait.
Campaign is here. Campaign is coming. Campaign update. Campaign.
You should put Black Númenórean campaign concept up.
Yeah.
Post Black Númenórean post update campaign concept art with Maeron.
Oh yeah. But it's always true though, because I mean we know that all of you are here waiting for the campaign. So when we put like clickbaity videos, like a thumbnail of Minas Tirith, it always does better. Oh, it's such a good Rohan theme as well, this one.
Oh yeah, the Rohan one's good.
Oh. Reminds me of the trailer. It was so good, that trailer. Matt Haley saying the swirly whirls are fun, but the whirly whirls are terrible.
agree.
Oh yeah.
You need to redo those whirly whirls, though. They're like, well, no, I'm my bad. Not the whirly whirls. The twirly twirl. Those you need to redo. They look kind of bad.
I will definitely do that.
Yeah, you gotta redo the twirly twirls. How many people are involved in the mod? Give me 1 second.
There's quite a lot now.
I can give you the exact number. I can give you the exact number.
Include like testers.
Do you want testers, devs? Do you want?
Give them, Leo. Give them the whole lot. Give them the whole lot.
Everything that I can, like the maximum number that I can feasibly give. Okay.
Some nice stats for people while they watch.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So it's like testers, moderators, old team, dev team?
Yeah. And interns.
And interns, okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's somewhere near 40.
I'm not actually gonna do old team because I don't think that should count. That's giving.
Yeah, that's
55.
Wow. Whoa, I thought it would be 40. There you go. 55 people on the team.
55, not counting old team.
And victimized. Victimized is.
Well, no, that was also counting victimized. It was 54 on the server, and then I also added victimized.
Okay, nice. But then there's also other people, like external people, who are helping with the campaign tool and audio and everything. So there's probably, if not more than that. And of course, all our YouTube partners, they sometimes help. Like Nadim, he definitely counts as helping us, etc. You know.
I'd almost say to save the thing that you were going to do at 250, show it, but I'd say to do a stream on it. I feel like that would get a lot of views.
Well, on the
model. Yeah. You doing it. I feel like that would actually get a lot of views.
It might do. I'm not confident enough to model, that's the thing.
That's why I was going to ask. I don't know if it's just a confidence thing.
But, I mean, I don't know. Low poly is okay now. It's on the cards. It's on the cards. I'll show it anyway, and I'm sure if people like it, we can do that. Gauntlets always take so long to get right, and it's just I always get bored of them now. I want to move on to the next thing. I mean, it's not fantastic. I might call that a day for the gauntlet and then move on to, say, the... No, that doesn't look good.
I'm sad. I have to wait another, like, 300 days to start singing Christmas songs again.
How was your New Year, Christmas and New Year?
Good.
I hope all of you guys had good holidays as well. Connor Story, hi guys, thanks for all the work. Much love from Ireland. Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us.
You know, that reminds me. I've never met online or heard of online anyone from Belgium. Every other country that like
Oh, really?
you can reasonably think of, like for population and
Yeah.
internet access and whatnot. I've like so Dutch people, Portuguese people, Spanish people,
Yeah.
British people, Irish people, Danish people, Norwegian people, Swedish people, all German people, French people, all of it. I can think of someone.
Yeah.
Dutch, but not and never anyone from Belgium.
Belgium. Do you know Izzy, the YouTuber Izzy? He's Belgian. He sometimes pops in on our streams. He does like Medieval 2 gameplay. He's probably my favorite YouTuber.
He's the first one.
Yeah.
I say completely jokingly, of course. You know, maybe Belgium's not real. Met anyone from Belgium?
Is Belgium real? Is the real question.
Is Belgium real? Everyone else I've met at least one person from, but not Belgium, which I think, like, being quite a wealthy and very high GDP, I think, at least. Are you real, Martin? I'm a skeptic if you're real or not.
He's fuming. What have you done, Leo? Hi, Martin, by the way. Hi.
Hi. We're joking, of course.
Connor Story saying dwarves riding goats into the next update. Wink, wink. Oh, well.
He's a liar. Dirty liar.
I hate to tell you, but we will never add goats. Because it's a...
However,
Oh, yeah?
we were talking about a unit called the Ram Guard.
Oh, really? Okay.
What? Remember, you were the one who came up with that. The
Oh,
joke.
was I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The breed. Yeah, it's a cavalry unit that we call the Ram Guard, and they have their horses all dressed up like rams, but it's not goat cav.
Well, because I was looking at behind the scenes photos of Bree. Why was I looking at behind the scenes photos of Bree? I wonder. And they have rams on their stonework. So I think I might incorporate that into their iconography a little bit. Right, for now, let's do a little bit more lighting on the gauntlet, but let's call that a day. Philippe Noon, much love from Portugal. How will the team approach the siege battle of Minas Morgul / Minas Tirith? Leah, you probably know more on that than me.
What do you mean by it? Like, what part of it? Are we gonna approach what?
Like making probably the battle map, I think, is what.
Same way we would any other one. That's why I'm wondering if you mean something specific, because...
I'm so excited for Minas Tirith. Minas Tirith and Helm's Deep.
Well, actually, I have a plan, chat. I wanted to track from Maeron stream, but sometime, maybe this week, maybe this weekend, I'm going to be doing a stream working on the Minas Ekor, which is that outer wall from Minas Tirith that goes around Eleanor Fields. I'm going to be doing it on stream. It's going to be a bit of an experimental stream, because I've never actually done anything like that before, and there's not really a precedent for it. Shit, my voice cracked. In the base game.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes, but look out for that.
But remember, with the Battle Tile map update now, when you fight on the
So you can do
Ramas
stuff.
Echo, when you fight on the Ramas Echo, you'll be able to see Minas Tirith behind you, and Osgiliath in front of you, and maybe even Minas Morgul in the very far distance.
Yeah, if we decide to actually push Minas Morgul a tiny bit forward, yes. I was talking. Well, actually, no, because of the asset render distance.
Ah, okay. You'll be able to see the Morgul Vale,
see
though.
the terrain, the asset render distance,
Right.
is
Would
quite
you be able to
funky.
see?
But you'll be able to see the mountain.
Yeah.
But not the thing itself.
I think that's actually more
which
realistic.
I personally hate. And
Well, it
I
feels
didn't-
more realistic because that's if you look in the movies, you can't see Minas Morgul, but you can see the mountains. Either way, with the battle tile map, things will look really cool and immersive. That's what I'm trying to say. Philip Noon saying, for example, regarding the Minas Tirith one, the map is huge and multi-layered. A big plus in Total War Warhammer 3 is the siege have upgraded and is fluid while it happens.
I'm not entirely sure what you mean, man. If I'm being honest.
I mean, are you talking about like doing multiple maps like we did for Moria?
No, Minas Tirith is one map.
Yeah, I think so too.
Although,
But I
we
mean,
still,
what about
if anyone, how does it work in Rise of the Republic? If we could ever figure out how they do it in Rise of the Republic, we could actually make it so that you can fall back in the Citadel.
yeah,
In the camp.
that'd be so cool.
But we've never been able to figure out how they do it in Rise of the Republic because no one owns Rise of the Republic, so we can't figure it out. None of like the dev team own it, so
Yeah.
we can't go and see. It's funny, but
Yeah. Oh, it's the Moria music I wrote for the trailer. Okay, that hand's finished. Let's move on to... What should we move on to? Let's do the...
cod piece. do the cod piece.
Absolutely not.
Are they not gonna have one? What happens if
He's got a little bit there, and he's got some chainmail underneath. He needs to be a man about it.
someone takes out like a rondelle dagger or whatever?
True.
He's gonna be in so much pain. How
A
can
crossbow
he-
bolt to the crotch. We'll see him
Yeah.
probably out for the count.
I mean, yeah, probably. I think you mean definitely 110%.
Well, see, the thing is about the
Anyway.
putting something there would mean the rigging is weird when he's on the cav, or the clipping would look
Well,
weird.
of course. I know, I'm joking.
But yeah,
But
no, I get you. Simao asking, when will we start to see some orc architecture? Interesting you say that.
oh, interesting.
I mean, I could. No, I'm not going
No,
to sneak
if
peek.
I wouldn't mind if people because I feel like orc architecture, we should really try and go for something unique, and I almost feel like we should ask people to submit their own ideas for it.
Oh yeah,
Because I
yeah.
feel like there's so many ways we could go for it, and there's no precedent for it. Like, we could just do tents and shit.
Yeah,
Kind of boring. We want to do something.
yeah.
interest-
I have a question for everybody. Would you like to see me work on another concept now,
Yes.
or should
What
I? I was thinking Glorfindel.
Oh, I thought you were going to do an architecture concept.
I could do some orcish architecture if you're into that.
I think people would very much like Mordor architecture. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, we could do Mordor architecture. Let's do it. These guys are probably. This probably won't. If I do another stream for Servants of the Eye, it will be their horse. But that's it. So there you go. That's that unit. Let's do our Orcish architecture, or we could do Lothlorien architecture.
Those walls are looking pretty cool.
Let's do Lothlorien. I want to do that. Here.
Maybe proof of poll. Mordor architecture or Lothlorien architecture?
Votes, people, votes. You've got a preview here of the Lothlorien one.
Let me. Can I make a chat? Like, can I do a poll? No, I'm not on the account, so I'm.
How do you do a poll?
Just on my own.
Ah, yeah, there we go. Lothlorien or Lothlorien, yes. And then Mordor, no.
That's what you've decided?
Is what I'm putting on the...
Well, actually, I think you can replace the yes and no with
yeah, you're right.
Mordor or Lothlorien. Oh yeah, it's split right down the middle. It's gonna be good.
Vote time.
For once we need it. What?
It's voting time.
Voting time, boys. I know what I'm gonna. Well, is this gonna be a new Mordor concept? Because if it's a new Mordor concept, I have a few ideas that I want to.
We can, yeah, we can go for one. I don't know where it's gone though.
I really want to see like that really rickety League 2 style one.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool to do one on, like, literally make one up on camera.
I think that would go over well. You can
yeah. But also at the same time, I really love the Elven. And the Elven one... Oh no, it's more...
Oh, it's 50-50
oh,
split.
Jeez.
28 votes, it's a 50-50 split.
Mordor is dominating though.
Oh, Mordor is pulling ahead. Is Lorien gonna make a catch up?
Let's wait.
I think Lorien's
no, it's falling behind. It's falling behind.
Put in your vote, people.
See, I vote for Lorien, but it's the people. I've given it to the people.
I think Mordor is winning. I think Mordor won.
Oh. Let's wait till... Let's get 50 votes and I'll...
50 votes. 9 more.
I find it really weird that we get ads on our music because it's not copyright music.
It shouldn't happen.
It means they've been manually put. So... Jeez, it is close.
None of us did it, right?
No, I mean we wouldn't put ads on it. It's when, like, I think they manually have to say this contains a Lord of the Rings theme, even though it doesn't actually breach. And then that means that they can put ads on it and the money goes to...
Copyright claims.
I don't know. Yeah, that's weird. They haven't been flagged as copyright claim, and yet they had the ads.
No, it's the playlist. It only plays when you go to the top of the playlist, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
That,
maybe.
At least for me.
Yeah, that's true, actually. That's true.
Alright.
One more vote, and it's looking like orcs. It's looking like orcs. At least you've got a preview here. At least you have a preview of the Elven one, even though it's very, very basic at the moment. And there we go. Mordor has won. And then you get a preview of the Mordor architecture.
And remember, guys, 250 votes.
250 votes.
And you'll get to see something.
250 likes, yeah. As you can see, this was my attempt at the slaughterhouse, but the team thought this was too cozy. Because it
does look a bit
crazy. Yeah, you're right. It's like too symmetrical.
I feel like the slaughterhouse should be like... I'm just a fan of, like, everything being super rickety wooden boxes. Like, everything should look like a treehouse that you send people to die in.
Yeah.
Is mine.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It should look like a decrepit tree house almost.
Wow.
In that style of like the
Yeah.
wooden planks and whatnot.
What should we try out? A watchtower, or what architecture should we try out? What piece of
Maybe
architecture?
like just a standard house.
Standard house.
But, like,
Okay.
You know,
Let's do a sketch from it. Yeah. Because like, Mateo's saying, "Damn, people really like evil stuff." It is the rise of Mordor, after all. The wise one is victorious. B33 Mac looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. It certainly is. Certainly is. This guy's happy about it. With his axe, his bloody knife. The food hygiene ratings here must be shocking, and the animal cruelty.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
jeez.
have a negative rating.
Jesus,
No, I don't
yeah.
think that's
Texas Assassin, can you answer my question? How much of Rise of Mordor is finished? Impossible to say, really. When is it ever going to be finished?
yeah. Mother's work is never done.
Yeah. Martin Urban, why does it look like a typical Russian cottage? I got sort of Welsh cottage vibes from it as well. Soviet orcs,
Yeah, I
yes.
think that's why we decided to redo it.
Yeah.
Because it just felt too...
Too like cozy, yeah. If I just use like really rough shapes, like I don't know what I'm doing here, but
I'd say is... like knock down a wall and then just build it up with like wooden planks and shit.
oh
Like,
yeah.
Like sort of like that. That's in my mind. It should feel like everything's broken, but then it's just been cobbled
like-
back together.
And they've like put like bits and pieces here, and like
Yeah.
and they've made like ladders. Ladders are good actually, aren't they? They make things look rickety. They were Haganaz was saying don't use the banner of Mordor just in case like a Gondor settlement owns it and it still has Mordor banners on it, which would be weird.
I feel like if a Gondor settlement owns it, they'll just torch it all.
Yeah, they would.
Like it should feel like something no human would ever willingly live in.
Oh yeah. Orcs are just misunderstood. All the hate. They're just misunderstood elves.
So aren't they?
Let's add like cloth is good as well, and skins and things. Oh, Matt Henley.
Yeah. Oh,
Matt
yeah,
Henley is
I'm
doing.
liking where you're going there.
Matt Henley is also constantly doing more Mordor architecture at the moment as well. Matt has given me more inspiration because my ideas were a bit like conservative almost. So
And then you could like put a little like plank going off of that like tower and have the meat hang from there. Almost.
oh yeah.
Just, I'm just trying to think like as crude. Like, of course, don't take my ideas seriously. I'm not an artist. This is just how I'm picturing in my head. It's just everything. It should look like it does not meet any human standards. Like,
Yeah.
For health, for quality of living, for quality of building, none of it should work.
Do what like
Just look-
The Nightmare Before Christmas. They didn't. The art direction for that film was that they were forbidden to use right angles. That's how they got all that like really rickety look.
Yeah.
What are people saying? Ragnarok. They look so good. I really like the current servants of the eye, but they are a big improvement. Really interested for their horse armor. Yeah, I might do a stream for that. Yes. Oh, 14 likes to go. 14 likes to go for our reveal of the thing.
The thing.
The thing.
The thing.
And it's maybe like the maybe bits of it has like a wooden roof.
Yeah, in my mind, it should all be like just it's broken and has been rebuilt as crumbly as you can.
That's my idea of like really, really, really shitty building. They've just patched it.
There should be some places where like rocks have fallen out and they've like
Yeah.
stuck things in there.
Like put a skin over it or something.
Yeah.
Or just draped cloth. I don't know what the point of that one is there, but you know, yeah.
They don't really have to worry about keeping the cold out because they're in Mordor.
No, that's
so
true.
you can also
True.
think about it that way.
Hashtag Orc Lives Matter. We've got a hashtag in the chat now. I'm a solid, like, good faction guy though, so I don't think Orc Lives Matter. Nor does Sauron, for that regard. Start on Orc Union. Orc trade unions.
I like the look of that.
It's still quite square though, so I might like.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm thinking the problem is that corner.
Or maybe
corner
yeah.
facing us.
Maybe
needs
like
to be
crumbling
sort
it.
of-
Maybe it's like it's got so
Yeah, it should
crumbled
be crumbled.
that like
And
that
the
people
base
can
sort
like oh, what did I do there? People can like they walk over now. It's so crumbled that they walk inside over this corner instead of going through the door.
Yeah,
Or something.
I was almost thinking that I feel like having a door almost.
Gets like ruins it. You think?
Yeah, well, yeah, like having features like doors make it feel more like.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
We
That's-
want it to feel like a house that's not a home.
Yeah.
It's a house that's not a home. It has none of those. That's quaint. I'd live there. Quantities. It is. Oh, Jesus! Nothing should live there. I wouldn't wish that on my worst
Yeah.
enemies.
Yeah. Okay, I like that. And maybe like wooden beams supporting the walls. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, like wooden beam.
Oh god, this is a horrible house. Imagine living here.
That's in my eyes. That's what it should be. It's
Yeah,
these
yeah.
Are, these are orcs. They don't care. They'll just do whatever's
Yeah.
most convenient.
I like that. I like your way of thinking there.
Oh yeah. That looks nice. Yeah, the door was. I feel like the door was giving it that box
Yeah.
feel almost.
Yeah. I think Matt's actually better at this than me. Matt's doing really good work on that. But yeah, Matt, what I was doing, I was literally just squiggling shapes, and it turned out into something I quite like now. So. Sauron understands orcs. He created millions of jobs. He did. That's true. That's true.
Such a great guy.
He is.
Really a great guy.
And let's get one of our orcs, our orc friends. Here we go. And let's perch him on top of that watchtower. God, imagine living here though. That would be. So we're going to say that right now this here is the door.
Yeah. And I guess you can't really do it from this angle, but I'd almost say to make it so that it's like, well, no, never mind. You couldn't do that from this angle anyway. There's, I'll put that in for whoever the architecture person doing it is later. I just had a bit of an idea to make it so that, like the back wall is almost slanted. So,
Oh
like,
yeah, I
just
think.
to really give it that.
I think like having.
There's just you're probably living there. It's not nice.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing. Orcs live in caves, usually.
But
So
at
these
the same
buildings
time, we
must
have
be-
to give them
Oh yeah, of course. So that's why I think these buildings are like. These buildings are just really like makeshift, and I mean even they don't care about it because they don't live here. They just use it as a place to stop by when they're when they're on the march. Matt Henley saying throwing random shapes down worked for me too. Yeah. It's hard. It's not what I'm usually used to, so it's quite refreshing in a way. My designs were a bit too human again. Yeah, that's what I'm struggling with. Martin Urban, maybe let's imagine something like the burrow entrance, like some hole or half circle. I mean, if you're talking about the burrow from Harry Potter, that's actually a really good reference.
But I posted that. I was thinking you should.
The Weasley's house from Harry Potter is the most rickety building I've ever seen in my life. That's a fantastic reference. But I suspect you mean burrow as in... Oh, whoops. I suspect you mean burrow as in like a hole. In which case that's also valid. Maybe a hole in the roof with smoke coming out. Yeah, let's do that. Something there maybe. And it's just sort of naturally fallen in on itself.
Yeah, I was going to say the roof looks too nice.
Well, it's broken. Like, most of it is broken. It looks like it's...
No, now it looks better now, yeah. Yeah, it's...
Most of it, I think, would have fallen in. There's only a little bit left when I come to actually drawing this
nicely. No one's
nicely.
taking care of these houses. These are just pretty much camp. It's
campsites
for the orcs on the march that are just more permanent.
Yeah. If you look at, that's our slaughterhouse. If you remember that, but then this is the orc tent I did. I'd much rather live in the tent because that looks pretty solid, and that is directly referenced from the films. If I get my mood board up. Mordor architectural ref. If you look here, this is the inspection scene. And really this tent is literally taken directly from here. But even this, I mean, to be honest, it feels quite clean for an orc.
Yeah.
But then no other culture will have this horrible, brown tent colour, so I think that'll be quite unanimous with orcs. I like where we're going here, though. Oh, 11 more likes. We're on 11 more likes.
Make sure to like, comment, and
subscribe.
Sorry.
I hate doing the likes coming thing, but do like the bit.
It works.
I'll be previewing a special 3D model of mine.
It's a very cool 3D model. You want to see it.
It's still a work in progress, of course.
It's the best 3D model.
The best in the world.
Mm-hmm. If you don't see it, you'll be sad forever.
I'm so much more happy with this actually now than compared to that really cute slaughtering house before. This just feels rough and horrible and perfect. If you could say that about orcs.
It looks perfect for the orcs in the fact that nothing about it is perfect.
Yeah.
About it is wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
There is nothing good about it.
And I do like especially that they, instead of fixing the wall, they've just started using that as their front door.
Where the former front door was, who knows?
No idea. This is of course just a sketch though, so I'll go all of this and render it properly. What's people saying? Juggernaut took the wall. I have to go. Thanks again for a lot for your masterpiece. Hope you keep up the hard and excellent work. It means a lot to us. Thank you, Juggernaut. Thank you. think most orcs live either in caves or tents. Yeah, I mean, we have to have architecture though for them for the battles, just so that every map isn't just tent, tent, tent. It'll make it more interesting.
Tent's gonna look kind of rough.
Patrick, don't know whether this was answered, but how will you do Elven forest maps? Will it be just normal forest with the battles be underneath the treetops? Something like Lorien or Carrot Scouts on? It will be, yeah. But we will hopefully have custom trees, custom battle assets, walls. I don't know. We'll see. It's in the future.
Is it like Loch Lorien or whatever the sound, just like a massive circle with huge ass trees?
Yeah, I think so. The battle map for Loch Lorien would be really cool, but that's not in the works just yet. Kaiser saying, can you change sea texture for battle maps? Like using textures from Troy. I've got no idea. I don't know about sea, land textures. I know that we made a custom texture for Mordor, the Mordor ground, but that I recall was quite a lot of work. So
it was a good bit of it.
I don't think we'll change the water texture anytime soon, just because I think it's passable as it is.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. And also, I think everyone would much rather have a full campaign than better water. Sebastian saying, not too shabby. Not too shabby, very shabby. This is probably the shabbiest architecture I've ever seen in my life. This feels more like a generic evil man tent. Oh, you're talking about the normal tent, yeah. Yeah, I'm very happy with how orcish this is looking. And maybe even like a hole in the wall where they use it as a window or something. I wonder, an orcish washing line. How would that look? Surely orcs must wash their...
Do they wash their clothes?
I don't know, do they?
No.
No?
I
Okay.
cannot imagine orcs washing their clothes.
Simao. This house looks like the orcs destroyed it and then thought we could live here. And one of them said we can live here and take some pieces of wood and leather. Yeah. That's true. Sebastian saying you can have watchtowers and palisades around some of the orc camps. And a motte with stakes on them. Yes, yeah, of course. I think that's the plan, isn't it? I don't think they'll have proper big walls. Just because that doesn't feel very orcish. Maybe a weapon rack. I'm thinking like a weapon rack, just random bits and bobs. And really, yeah, that's. I think this is. I'll send this to Hagenaz and see what he thinks. But hopefully, this is an improvement.
Come on, guys, 2 more likes.
Oh.
2 more people have to like the video. And you guys
And
get
then
to
we'll
see it.
fire up Blender.
So beautiful, beautiful. Is this your first architecture piece?
No, I've done some. I did some bits for Amon Hen, but I burnt out a little bit, and then Hagenaz finished them. But they're done now.
Hello.
Oh, who's this?
It's Matt.
Oh, hey. Hey, Matt.
Like 10 years. But I'm just dropping in.
How's it going?
It's,
You're
yeah,
a bit quiet.
Oh, no, I'll boost you up. Don't worry.
that's a first for me. Yeah, I'm alright. How's it going? You good? How's life?
No, it's good. It's good. Hope you had a good holiday.
Yeah, I did, yeah. And you? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was great. But yeah, how's the Mordor stuff going?
Well, the structure that I'm doing, I'm struggling with like perspective,
Yeah.
the basics. Once I've got that down, then the rest of it's kind of flowing. But the hard thing is just thinking like an orc. And
Yeah, it's harder than I thought actually.
There's a trick. You just gotta sing in your head, orcs, 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 and
Which
it
is-
comes to you naturally.
as soon as you said to just throw stuff on the canvas, and I just did. And
Yeah.
what I've got now is the best thing about all day.
Yeah. No, agreed. This took 5 minutes, and now I'm this is better than both of those other pieces I did.
Yeah.
It just feels right in a way. Oh, we've hit the light goal. Well done, everybody.
Oh,
Well done.
hold on to your seats.
What should be really
you
anticlimactic?
Wild.
I think you can tell what it is. If you can't tell what this is.
No, let him guess.
What is this? Drum roll.
Have any of them guessed it yet?
No, we're still getting orcs comments.
Oh, are they still back there?
Just recite the orcish lines and speak like an orc. Go around the house every day speaking like an orc instead of a human.
It's gonna make your orc models that much better.
I'm probably getting kicked out.
What's this? Making bread.
Whose orc voice was that? Was that you, Maeron?
Yeah.
Very
That was
accurate.
good.
I thought it was a real orc in the
Yeah, I was like, what? I didn't realize we had our voice actors yet.
It's my goal to do it a little bit of voice acting one day, but I don't know if I... That's if we even get it, if we have to do voice actors, because we've got so many cool lines from Battle for Middle-earth.
I honestly feel like we should do our own instead of using Battle for Middle-earth.
I think so too. We've got lots of guesses. The best one is the jumping horse inn. I like that.
That one's Mansion. That one's also kind of good.
But yes, it is the prancing pony. And it's still very much work in progress, but here you go, and that's my first sort of major piece of architecture I'm making. And there you go. We've had a lot of little previews today. I will be rounding off the stream now. It is a White House Martin Levin. That's a good. But yes, I've showed you the Lorien architecture I'm doing here, and of course we've the main bulk of the stream. We'll be doing the Servants of the Eye, and they are, if I do say so myself, I'm very happy with them. But yes, the orc thing was actually really fun to do that so quickly. And let me get a screenshot of that. And
I haven't got very far.
sometimes it takes time. Don't like burn out over that.
I've got 3. They're pretty average.
Well, at the end of the day, it's just to get Haganaz his creative juices flowing. So the more we chuck at him, the
Really focused on the details of just throwing stuff down.
Yeah, no, for sure. But that's also good as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
What's people saying? Yes, no, hot on or Glorfindel preview. You're gonna have to wait on that one, I'm afraid. Glorfindel is gonna have to wait. And Dunedain preview. I don't have any Dunedain stuff to show you. But yes, I hope you like the Prancing Pony. And without further ado, I am going to say goodbye to you guys. But thank you so much for turning up. It's been a blast. It's been amazing to get back into it. And hopefully I can do another one before I leave for uni. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. But with that, everyone stay safe. Hope you had a good holiday. See you soon.
Save everyone.